And yet again, before we get started, because I forgot it in the F-4E video yesterday, go to your controls, type in ballistic, and you can get the ballistic computer which you guys requested. Then when you're in the game, you can just press the key you selected. I did just now, and on the bottom you will see ballistic computer turned on. You have to be in a slight dive for the bombs to work, and you will see that the steeper I dive, the more accurate the bomb sight becomes. And I'm gonna drop one right now, and that's gonna direct impact right on the tank. There you go. And when it comes to missiles, or rockets I should say, you get this little crosshair, and of course you can start shooting at these ranges, but you do have to keep in mind that the missiles aren't as accurate as you would think they are, as they aren't lasers. The bombs are a lot more accurate when it comes to the targeting computer, as you can see right there, because there's spread, there's drop, as well as just, well, the spread again is just very inaccurate. And now for the games today. Today I have two games for you. The first one I got 7, which is the last game I did in this plane, and the other one is an ace. And I'm just gonna show you some basic footage. This is basically how you fly the Phantom. It's not too hard to understand. You fly straight, you go fast. The good thing about this Phantom is that you can actually turn quite well, because of course you have the added slats. I will point them out when you see them in the video, because they are on the inner wing section. The EJ only has them on the outer wing section, so the flaps on the middle of the wing, and then the flaps on the E are also on the inner part of the wing. You will see those relatively soon, and I will show you those as well. And something I didn't mention yesterday either with the radar, it's very hard to unlock someone. For some reason I can't manage to make it work. It might be a bug or anything, I'm not too sure what it is, but once you do get the radar on, it's deadly. Just like the last video, the first missile was hella deadly. I'm not gonna go head on with that. He has a gun pod, he's going to spray, so I'm not having much fun with that. If you wonder about the differences between the EJ, the FGR, as well as the normal E, which is this one, and how to use flares and how to set it up, as well as some other tips and tricks, make sure to check out the Phantom EJ video I made yesterday. I will put it on the top right now, just so you can actually access it. These two videos kind of go hand in hand, but because they're different planes, I wanted to spread it out a little, just really to focus a bit more on the gameplay instead of the technicalities. And here we got a T2, he just killed someone, and it's a T2, he doesn't have flares, so I'm pretty confident that I can blow him up with an A9J, sorry. Very good. As you can see, it's basically an R60 with more range. Kind of scared of him, but my angle made it so that I could easily outturn him. He's now way slower than me. I'm not gonna bother with him, because if I try to energy trap him, I will lose all my speed. He can probably put pitch out straight up with his slats, and then he will just missile me out of the air. So I'm not gonna have any of that. Over there you got Mr. in his MiG-15 bis. Actually doing quite well. Radar locking him doesn't really work because we're on really low altitude. Shot it a bit too early, so that was a wasted missile. But it doesn't matter. Missile has been launched, he was quite far away, and I didn't really expect much of it. Spraying a little bit because I really want to kill this FGR right here. There we go, he's on fire. I'm using ground belts, by the way, and if you ever wonder on my videos what I'm using, what my fuel loads are and everything, it's all in the description, it always is. So make sure to check over there if you have any question that are like, what missiles are you using, what belts are you using, what conversions do you use, it's all in there. Dodge the FGR, and he has to do a 180. I was thinking about going to my teammate. Unfortunately enough, I wasn't able to go in there fast enough. Sketchy shot, pull right into him. I outturned the FGR by quite a significant margin, so I was quite confident that I could pull right in there, and I did. Set him on fire, he instantly burns up. And now we go help my teammate out, who has 2 guys on the 6, and he's not having too good of a time. So tracking my radar again. No sauce. It's just for the missiles anyway. Just not enough lead. But I'm a bit faster than him, so I have more energy to turn, as well as the fact that he's going after someone. He's basically stalled out. Well, not really stalled out, but for these kind of BRs, for these speeds, it's basically stalled out. So I'm gonna call it that. And he gets popped. T2, I'm not gonna go head on with that. It's an absolute pencil. It's a stick. I'm not gonna hit that in the head on. it seems like a waste of ammo, and I only have 160 rounds left. And you might think that's quite a bit, but this gun shoots at 6,000 rounds a minute, so that's a bit excessive. I don't want to waste ammo on a potential head-on that's probably not going to hit anyway. The F-4E is busy. Set him on fire. He manages to hit me as well. Unfortunate, and you can see that the wingtip damage on this thing is just making it very painful for me to fly. And as long as I'm pulling straight, it's not too bad. T2 is stalling out, and well, he's in the MiG-15 biz. As well as me asking if I could have it, that's because I just wanted to finish this game. I think he gets hit right there, and then I blow his pilot out, and that's game. Very short game, as all games are in top tier basically, unless you really have to carry, but you almost never run out of fuel, because it's, well, the games are so short. You close the distance on these maps in under a minute, and everyone just spams missiles at each other, so you don't have to worry about missing your shots. So all in all, it's, well, it's a bit fast-paced, so to speak. So the games are relatively short, but it makes it so that I can do 1 or 2 games more than I normally do, and still have like a decent time of a video. There you go. Actual guerrilla warfare. I'll show you the scoreboard and I'll go to the next one. Here you go. Modification as well as the Silver Lions. Might be a bit short on screen, but if you really want to see it, you can just pause it if you feel like it. And right here I'm just rushing on the deck behind this cliffside so I don't get spotted. Unfortunately, my whole team came with me. So here I am with Get Low, as well as some random teammates in my team that are all hugging the cliffside, as I just said. This is also where the thumbnail came from, so if you do wonder, that is this. So all my thumbnails are indeed from the actual game I'm playing. And for now we're just rushing in. And this night I was getting focused quite a bit. I'm not sure if people knew me or if I was just a really good target. I felt more like the prior one, but of course I can't really confirm that. But for now I'm just gonna go straight in, well, straight in from the side. And doing this will make it so that we flank the entire enemy team. Mackerel over there spotted. He's the first one in, so I hope people are going to converge on him. Of course, I'm a very good teammate in that regard. That's the Horton over there. Getlow is running the triple gun pod, so he's like, let me just get a piece of that. You'll see a bit more of Getlow in the upcoming video. Of course, last video I did team killed him in the F-4E, and this time he's going to do something relatively similar. But you'll find out what he's about to do. Turn my radar on just to make sure I'm not missing anyone. I'm about to spike someone, so I want to have the missile prepped as I get close. So I turn the seeker head off again just to get closer, and that way I can assure that I don't accidentally run out of missile, or it doesn't suddenly cool down as I'm about to shoot it, and he just gets blapped. These missiles are very deadly. If you don't flare, if you don't pull very hard, you're dead, period. There you can see the flaps in the middle, if you paid some attention, or the slats, sorry. And there you can see me accidentally locking the friendly, and doing that makes it very hard for me to actually get a lock on the guy I want to lock on. There you go, afterburner off, flares out. I outturn him completely. Afterburner's back on as he doesn't have a lock, and I will just keep turning a little bit because he bleeds roughly the same amount of speed, but I turn way better, so I can just run away now. Priming a missile, guy on my left, F-4C, not too worried. I shoot a missile and then he dies, so that's a bit of a waste. There you go, he's on fire. I'm helping, I swear. Going straight now, I'm just looking for targets at this point. The game is basically decided, as it always is with top tier. The games are mostly decided in the first couple of minutes. And there you go, Getlow just team killed someone. And that's not all. This guy spammed his flares out, turned his afterburner off, and he did the right thing because that's why the missile didn't hit. Now go for guns, as I'm not sure if I can get the missile on that. First part of the burst sets him on fire, and the second part of the burst just outright kills him. And there goes Getlow. He got kicked out of his plane because he did something. He team killed someone else, and I'll show you in a second what actually happened to him. He wasn't actually paying attention and he wasn't flaring, and that's why that aim giant J just straight up slapped him. This guy is going somewhat vertical. MiG-19, very slow, easy shot, shoot his tail off. He's not gonna do anything with that. He's just gonna fly straight. I have 400 rounds left. He just jays out. Thanks a lot. And that's it. Very short video yet again, but as I said, it's basically the same plane as the AIM-9, or the AIM-9, the F-4E J. Just turns a bit better and a bit slower. So if you feel like checking out the EJ video as well, it's again in the description as well as on the top right. And all I have left right now is Get Low doing something naughty, as well as the result screen, which some of you really like to see. And this is what happened to Get Low. And might have been a bit too fast. The F-4E in the background is flying into his guns, and the other one is flying from on top of his plane. He couldn't actually see him. He pulls into his guns as well. He gets set on fire, and that second guy is burning right now. And right now he's like, oh shit, I team killed someone. He shoots the MiG-19, gets a hit, a bit unfortunate. Then he goes for the F-4E, still unaware of what's happening. He's about to fire, and he gets thrown out of his plane because he just team killed 2 guys in 1 game. Pretty amazing Get Low. I'm not sure how you keep doing these things, but you sure have a knack for it. And that's all I have for you today. For now, enjoy the scoreboard. I will cover the P-59 next as promised, and I will see you in the next one.